I really hope you enjoyed that tour. It was amazing, isn't it? Listen, if you come to Louisiana, you got to make the point to take a trip down to the bayous. And this is a great place to come, okay? Now let's talk about the subject today. And that is whether or not we should be buying a single family home property or a condo. Right at this moment, considering the market the way it is, a lot of people are asking me, hey Tino, should I be focusing on buying a single home property or should I be focusing on buying a condo for investment purposes? So today we're gonna dive into that. Thank you for joining us on this episode, and let's go dive into the subject. Hey family, welcome back to Louisiana Vibes, and I'm telling you, if you have not made it to the swamps, the bayous of Louisiana, I highly encourage you to pay a visit to Cajun Pride Swamp Tours. Those folks are really phenomenal, and they'll have a treat waiting for you and your families. Now, the topic of the day, buying a condo or a single family home. Today is all about communicating to you the value proposition of why buying a condo, it is the right thing to do at this very moment. So, did you know, to start with, that condos in the metro markets of New Orleans and Baton Rouge are actually lower cost, or actually they are less priced than most new cars purchased out there? Yeah, you heard that right. I'm talking real move-in condos listed under $130,000. And today, what I want to do is to break it all down for you, because this is the time to start talking seriously about investing in the future of this market. And condo is the right pathway to get started. With the market shifting and prices on the low end in some places, in some areas of this market, these metro areas. And now is actually one of the smartest time to jump in and especially be strategic about buying the right condo. So why condos? Well, condos are typically more affordable than houses. They're easier to maintain. They're located right in the middle of the action. They're perfect for students, first-time buyers, and even Airbnb hosts in some cases. They are low maintenance, and obviously because HOA handles a lot of that, they're efficient. You don't need to mow. You don't need to ride that lawn, right? And many of them are in walkable areas. And we are talking walking distance to universities, downtown, food spots, bars, gyms, and all of the essentials you need. Fun locations, by the way. You don't need a 3-bedroom house in the suburbs when what you really want is to have a stylish and affordable place right in the center of the energy of the city. This is the time for you to listen, okay? Take notes and figure it out if this is the right time for you to buy. So if you're thinking, well, Tino, how does that look like long term for me? Right now, younger, might have a kid, just recently married couple, etc. But eventually I want to grow. I want to expand, right? But let me tell you this, condos make for a solid rental opportunity as a long-term investment. So think about that. You can live in it right now and then rent it later at a later stage of your life and potentially earn some passive income if you play your cards right and you find the right realtor like me to get you the right condo with the greatest value proposition. So what kind of deals are we talking about, Tino? Well, let me tell you this. Right now, the Baton Rouge and New Orleans markets are showing real opportunities for buyers. There are listings sitting on the market for longer than usual. And when that happens, guess what? People start getting flexible with their prices. You have an opportunity to negotiate and find a very nice condo that will serve your needs. Some of these places already have shown drop in prices of 10,000, 15,000, and even in some cases $20,000. So folks, this is the time to make that investment and be serious about it. So now I want to take you through some real some real tangible condos that are available out there that describe the criteria that I mentioned previously in reality. You always want to put down that 20% down of the total price of that property so you can prevent a PMI from taking into effect. So in a $90,000 condo, you're looking at $18,000 down payment. Yeah, you heard that right. All you need is $18,000 and a good credit and a fair credit score to get your property. And in this scenario of $90,000, all you need is $18,000 down payment. And then let's say hypothetically, you finance that, it comes down to $72,000 at around interest rate of 6.5%. That is kind of hovering right now around that area. That's roughly about $455 a month for principal and interest on a 30-year mortgage. Now, stack on to that, obviously, your HOA, property taxes, and insurance. And you are probably looking at a total of anywhere between $700 to $850 a month, and depending on the unit. But listen, that 800, let's take it to the max potential of $850 a month. That's still cheaper than renting in most cases. And remember, unlike renting, you are building equity. That's the biggest deal here. That monthly payment is going towards something, and it's not just vanishing every month like you're doing right now if you're renting. Now, that said, now that I gave you a breakdown on the money, how that looks like for you, let me give you a sneak peek at 4 actual listings that I've got my eye on right now. I'm going to give you 2 in Baton Rouge and 2 on New Orleans, okay? And if you like any one of these properties, make sure to give me a call. I'll walk you through it. I'll make that buying process very simple for you. 225-280-2008. Here we go. This one is a 1-bed, 1-bathroom, 720 square feet. And actually they're asking just $82,000. You heard that right, $82,000. And it's been on the market for over 100 days. So you know we got a leverage there, okay, to even bring that price lower for you. Now, they have a decent HOA fee, which includes, listen to this, includes a pool, water, sewer, and trash services. Also included, I neglected to mention that this is a gated community in a solid location near LSU, downtown, and also those French Quarter vibes. So, you know, it seems like this property is moving ready and it's ready for you. So let's go to the next property. How about my next property in Baton Rouge? This is 10282 West Winston Avenue. Nice layout, great space, a killer location, folks. Listen to this, 3-bedroom, 3 bathrooms, large unit, asking price, believe it or not, $117,000. Generally speaking, great condition. This unit has been on the market for quite some time, so the seller might be very motivated. Okay, so could be a great rental or a flip with maybe just light cosmetic work to be done, and also on a beautiful stocked pond. This private gated complex offers a community pool and a workout facility as well. This property could be yours. Yeah, you heard that right. For $117,000. And like I said, motivated seller means that that price will go down. Now let's move into my favorite city, New Orleans. New Orleans is an awesome place to live in. Um, let's look at this property, 2615 South Carrollton Avenue in New Orleans. Nice layout, great space, and again, in a killer location. Asking price is $109,000. This is a one bed, one bath, 700 square feet, great condition in the historic Serenity building in a desirable Fontainebleau area. Beautiful, beautiful unit. This unit has been on the market for 90 days, so the seller might be very motivated. Uptown living and walkable to groceries, convenience stores, and the historic St. Charles streetcar. Easy access to I-10, also uptown and French Quarter accessibility. You can get no better than 2615 South Carrollton Avenue in New Orleans. Here's another option for you in New Orleans that I got my eyes set on. My sights are set on these properties. And this is 1525 Clio Street, New Orleans. Studio apartment in a very desirable Lower Garden district. Asking price for this property is $125,000. Again, walkable distance to restaurants, bars, nightlife, and obviously the legendary New Orleans music scene of the French Quarter. Will make a killer long-term rental, and also a great Airbnb setup for those investing in that particular channel. So jump on this property before it's too late. Call me so I can help you get that price even better for you right now. Now, all these four properties, these are real properties. These are properties that are available right at this very moment. And this is the kind of information that's really super hard to get just browsing online listings. You know, if you are spending hours and hours to finding good deals out there, I have done that for you. I walked these properties, I started the market, and know which one are ready to go. And let me tell you, these four properties that I share with you are on the money. These are ready to go properties at the best value possible. So again, give me a call. Let me help you negotiate those prices. And listen, if you don't like any one of these four properties and you feel, say, Tino, I want to look at additional properties, that's fine. Absolutely fine. That's what I'm here for. Let me walk you through that process. I wanted to point out a few things before we wrap up. A lot of buyers, and I know a lot of buyers are sitting out waiting for interest rates to come down. But guess what? That's exactly when the best deals are happening. While everyone else is watching from the sidelines, you can take on a great bargain. And why to buy right now? Simply because you can get a property 20, 30, $40,000 less than what you have potentially will get, that your potential will get once the market gets hot. And believe me, once the market gets hot, and it will, I'm sure that it will in a very short term, you're gonna end up paying for these properties 20, 30, $40,000 more than what you could have bought it for right now, this very moment. Okay? So you are probably thinking also, yeah, Tino, but HOA fees will eat my budget. Well, this can vary a lot, I will say. Some buildings charge anywhere between, it could go between $150 a month all the way up to $400 a month. But it's not just about the number. I want you to really be strategic and be mindful that what these HOAs actually cover. And I mentioned those before, and I want to reinforce those for you. Are you getting security right now? Landscaping? Are you getting a pool? Are you getting building insurance? Are you getting trash, water? That otherwise you have to pay for anyways on a single family home. You have to pay for these stuffs anyway. So what is the bottom line, Tino? Well, bottom line is this. If you got some savings right now, have decent credit score, and you really have the drive to stop renting and wasting money, throwing money, giving money to someone else for you to live in an apartment that it could be yours, this might be your time to buy. Whether it's Baton Rouge or New Orleans, we still have opportunities that other cities don't. Think about what I mentioned before, living right in the middle of the action on properties that are below 130, 120, and $110,000. We mentioned properties that are in the $90,000. And those can be yours right now. Baton Rouge and New Orleans, these markets have these opportunities available for you. If you go to metropolitan cities with the vibe of these markets like New Orleans and Baton Rouge, such as, let's say, hypothetically, let's say the Nashville area, Cincinnati downtown, I can mention many other metro market areas that are full of vibe and energy. Baton Rouge and New Orleans offer the same at a much lower price for you. This is not about having a condo. It's about owning your future. And that is the bottom line. Thank you for joining our episode for this week of Louisiana Vibes. Remember, I am Tino Soto. I am a real estate licensed agent here in the state of Louisiana, and as well a general contractor as well in the state of Louisiana. So call me at 225-280-2008 if you are looking to make an investment today. This is the time to buy. Don't wait for interest rate to drop so that the market become hot again, and then you end up paying $30,000, $40,000 more on a property that you otherwise could buy for a much cheaper price. So give me a call today. Time for action is now.